Now I don't know what life would be in HIP, HOP.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm 20 years old. I come from Perth, Western Australia, and I'm representing Masters of the Game and Freestyles Down Under. Basically, since I started playing when I was 9 years old, I was always interested in dribbling and tricks, like pretty much the techniques of football. And I learned to stall the ball in the back of my neck. I learned the neck stall. I learned that when I was about, I must have been 10 years old. 10 years old when I could stall it on my neck, and then I went from there to rolling it down my back and heeling it over my head. I learned the rainbow as well. I learned all these tricks when I was like 10 years old, and that was just basically because I suppose those were the only ones around at that time that I knew of. And of course I used to practice things like step overs and so forth, just basic dribbling movements. When I was 14, I saw a video on TV of Ronaldinho, and it was an interview he did when he was at Gremio, when he was younger, and he did this trick where he had his foot on the ball and he went around it and caught it again. Obviously we know it as around the world, and that was the next trick I learned. And then from there I learned all the other various variations, obviously, of the around the world, and that was pretty much it. That's how I learned. I also play football. I play in the State Premier League, which is one at the National League level. That's for outdoors. Futsal, I play at National League level. Yeah, so I play as well. I don't just freestyle. I changed from air moves to ground moves because I saw it as something that is more appropriate to football, and it would teach you a wider variety of football skills that were useful within a game situation and beating players. Now all the moves I practice now are to beat a player with, and if I try and invent a trick, which I have my own ACA that will be coming out soon, all the tricks that I come up with now are basically to beat players. Or if I see a trick and it's new and I want to learn it, first I'll see if it's usable within a game, and if it is, then I'll learn it, because it's worth using a whole variety of tricks to beat defenders with. Freestyle is starting to grow in Australia. There's a lot more freestyle happening now in Australia than there was, say, 2 years ago. 2 years ago there was only a few people I knew that freestyled. Now there's about 7 or 8 people I know in Western Australia that freestyle, and young kids are starting to take a hold of it now. Young kids at the ages of 11 and 12 now are doing around the worlds and hop the worlds, getting into all these kinds of stuff, and they're also learning like elastico in the air. So they're doing all the ACAs, and they're doing hocus pocus as well. So it's starting to take off in a big way. I came into contact with Masters of the Game through Edward Van Gils. Edward Van Gils is a player, for those who don't know, he was on FIFA Street 1, FIFA Street 2, he's been a street legend, he's been in the Street Wizards DVD. I basically came into contact with him through ACA magazine. ACA magazine said to me sent me an email saying they were interested in my videos. Said they wondered if I had any footage of me playing. So I sent them a video of me playing, and they liked it, and they put it on their website. And from there, from ACA magazine, Edward saw my stuff. He got my email address, got in contact with me, and basically it's been taken from there. So yeah, that's how I got in contact with MOTG. The freestyle community now is full of people that know they've got skills. Okay, so this is talking about the difference from now and 2 years ago. 2 years ago, everyone was trying to help everyone to learn the skills. And there was a lot more encouragement 2 years ago, whereas now you've got people that are obviously at higher levels than other people, because some people are just coming in starting to learn, some people have been doing it for 2 years, And there's arrogance, but I don't think there's any hate in the freestyle community. But there definitely is arrogance that isn't needed. Don't really like to name names because everyone has a little bit of arrogance in them sometimes. But I just think if the arrogance was taken away and everyone just helped everyone learn tricks, even if people are still asking how do you do around the world, sure, it's frustrating for some, but you know, these people need help just like we all needed help when we started, and there's not much else you can do about that. So I believe being arrogant is not the solution. The future that I believe is held for freestyle is a very great one. I think freestyle is going to be around for a long time, just for the simple fact that people love seeing the tricks, and even if they see someone do it before, as soon as they see a new person do it, they take to it straight away. Whether it's a new group of people or it's just a new person by themselves, people love seeing people do tricks with a football, and there's still half the world that is ignorant to freestyle football. Like America's starting to catch on, but there's still some Americans and people from other parts of the world, like still in Australia as well. In Australia, some people are ignorant to freestyle football, and when they see some of the tricks and moves you can do, they're just blown away by it. Obviously in Europe, the level's a lot higher, and people expect more. But you know, people are still amazed by these tricks. So I think as long as there's that amazement there from people, then freestyle will always be around. But as far as it goes to say about freestyle's future with players playing, I think if a player wanted to further themselves, freestyling is very good to improve your first touch and just knowledge of how the ball will land in certain situations, and obviously you'll develop a great touch for different spins of the ball, which is unpredictable during a game situation, so that's really good to have. But I think ground moves and street football is going to take off in a massive way. I mean, in Holland, Belgium, Germany, other places like this, England now also is starting to get involved. Street football and futsal is becoming the #1 thing to play, you know, and everyone wants to get into it. I think that will only increase over time, and it won't be long until most of the world is playing street football. You know, I think it's just a matter of the right people promoting it, and with the promoting, getting people involved. Yeah. What are my hardest ground moves? The hardest ground move that I have ever had to put into practice is probably the Aka 3000. It was an easy move to practice because in theory the movement's easy, but to actually take it and put it into a game and make it useful in a game, that was probably the hardest part, because with the Ishmael Aka, it's not always predictable, you know. Like sometimes the ball might go far in front of you, sometimes it might drop right back in front of you, and you'll be able to put it around the defender, which looks awesome. That's probably the best way to do it, but it's also very hard to get it like that. I generally use it as a pass, or as to put the ball across the goal. I've scored a goal with an Aka before, but I didn't get that one on film. So hopefully I'll be able to get one on film for you guys, scoring an Aka. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that was definitely one of my hardest ground moves. My hardest ground moves are basically taking the moves that I practice by myself and putting them into a situation in a match of futsal, or whether it's playing in the street 1 versus 1, where you can actually beat someone with the ground move. Because people say they're show moves, but you can actually use it to obviously steer your opponents left and right, and sometimes open their legs for the punter. It's just about taking those moves and making them productive during a game, pretty much making them effective. Do I work or study? I work for Football West, which is the governing body of football, soccer, whatever you like to call it, in Western Australia. I work within futsal. I teach kids skills. I do skills demonstrations. I work outdoors as well. I teach kids outdoor football skills, dribbling, quick feet, passing, shooting, all that kind of stuff. But it's more based with dribbling and having quick feet and being nimble on your feet and stuff like that. Yeah, and I really enjoy that. That's a great job. Well, that's all for now. Hopefully I can talk to some of you on MSN, and I hope you enjoyed this interview. See you later.